Wait.
How about you leave the phone on and you put the fucking tape measure on?
Yeah, exactly. So one of your superstitions is that if the phone is off, you don't make any money.
And somebody will die if I don't have my phone with me at all times.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Somebody will die.
Probably.
Wow.
Instead of not calling 911, they're going to call you. And you're not going to answer because your phone's off.
It's just that every time I don't have my phone with me, that's when something happens.
But your phone's right next to you.
Now,
Steve,
and nothing's happening.
Are you one of those people that believes that cards are still shuffling in the deck before you pull the first one?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm trying to understand the intricacies of Steve.
No, don't even try. Because I don't even know.
You don't?
No.
Steve, that bothers me.
You don't feel that way, though? No, am I the only one that feels that way, that the moment you leave your phone behind, or you don't take it with you when you go out the door, that something bad is going to happen?
So this is like Schrodinger's cell phone or something?
Yes.
I don't know.
The cell phone is on and off at the same time. No, Steve, explain it to me. I'm lost.
No, I'm just saying that's how I feel. I mean, as soon as I walk out the door without my cell phone, something bad happens, or I think it will anyway.
So it's your fear.
It's my fear, yes.
That has you.
This is okay. Look, dude.
I'm just saying it.
You're changing the subject entirely. You're trying to spin it, and I'm not going to let you. You said if you turn your phone off, you quit making money.
That's part of my fear, yes.
Like it's based on whether your phone's on or off.
Yes.
Now you're talking about leaving your phone at home, and that's not what we're talking about. How is you making money tied to your phone being on or off?
It's just a superstition. That's all.
I don't remember reading that one anywhere. Don't walk under a ladder. Don't turn your phone off if you're trying to make money.
Yeah, it's real. It's a real thing. And I'm also afraid of cotton balls, but we won't go there.
Do we have to have a fucking Maury intervention episode for you? Bring out the fucking cotton ball monster?
Oh, don't even mention them.
It would be really cheap to send Steve like a cardboard box full of cotton balls.
I would have it
set up so that it fucking pops open and covers him in cotton balls.
That would be the last day I ever spoke to you, Matt. They feel so weird.
Like cotton?
No, I don't
like
know.
The softest thing on earth. Like, it's not. Okay.
No, it makes this weird. Oh, my God. Cotton balls suck.
Yeah?
I can't even look at them.
Wow.
You wanted to know the intricacies.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Yeah, well, good luck. I'm going to refuse the package.
I'm sure you will.
Under £1, I'm refusing it.
I'll put an anvil in it. So are we ready to do this thing, Steve?
Yeah. Styrofoam peanuts are okay, though. They don't bother me.
What?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So,
start the show.
Wait, no. You can't derail me like this, Steve. Cotton balls, not good. Styrofoam peanuts, okay.
Yes.
See, we were talking about sending him cotton balls, so now he's just going packing materials in his mind.
Right, he's got to run through it all.
Because so many people pack things with cotton balls.
Nobody.
How about bubble wrap, Steve?
Bubble wrap is 100% okay.
Bubble wrap's good.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a lot of that.
All right. I'm down.
My wife does have to hide the cotton balls, though, and Q-tips, because they have cotton on them.
Wow.
I ain't sticking cotton in my ear. It ain't happening.
I'm baffled at this point. I don't understand it.
It's just a fluffy kind of cotton, not like underpants.
Like possibly the safest thing on the planet.
Steve's afraid of.
Steve's afraid of it.
And it's a real fear, too. I had to look it up on Google to see if there were other people.
You have a cotton phobia?
Yes. I'm not making it up. I mean, why would I? Who makes up that?
So your clothes must be really itchy.
No. It's not itch. I can't explain it.
Like you don't wear any cotton t-shirts.
No. It's cotton balls. It's that light, fluffy, spun cotton type stuff, or whatever they call that. Anything like a Q-tip. Oh God, I just felt it in my mind.
What happened?
I don't know.
Who touched you?
Nobody.
No, Steve.
The cotton that they put in like medicine bottles.
Steve. I want to get to the bottom of this. There is something in your past. Somebody did something to you.
Well, they must have used cotton balls because
that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
So, and it explains your obsession with furries.
No.
You're right. It doesn't explain that at all.
There is no obsession.
It gets nowhere close to explaining that obsession.
Yeah, I tried to throw it out there. They can't always be good, Steve. Are you ready? You good?
Sure.
Okay. This is the Fortean Slip, episode 69. The Leprechaun. Oh, fuck off. The Leprechaun Debacle. Welcome to the show. I just don't understand this whole St. Patrick's Day thing. I don't think I ever have. I don't understand why all of a sudden everybody feels like they need to go drink green beer and get hammered as shit and wear green. I mean, I get like the whole Irish pride thing, but I don't get the transfer.
Well, for one day a year, everybody gets to be Irish.
Is that what it's all about? Is that what the holiday is really all about?
No, it's about monetization.
Yeah, of course it is.
Of booze.
Yeah, and green booze, but anything green, shamrock necklaces and flashing lights and leprechaun hats and all that stuff.
But I don't get the trend. I mean, besides the fact that it's an Irish-based holiday.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not. Let's just clear that. St. Patrick was not Irish.
What was he?
He was a Catholic from Rome who was kidnapped and held as a slave.
And
then he returned to Ireland and built a bunch of churches and monasteries and stuff until he died on March 17th. So they created a religious holiday after him that is supposed to be a feast day.
Well, people have a lot of feasts.
But Irish immigrants in the United States turned it into a party, so to speak.
And there's nothing wrong with it being a party.
No, there's not. Feasts were party back in the day, you know, like that's how they got down. They had to hold these giant feasts.
I just don't see the transition that like the celebratory thing that comes out of that and why it transitioned there. You know, like you were saying, because St. Patrick was not Irish.
Right.
And not only that, but I mean, there are there's some speculation that he not only like converted people to Christianity, but that he might have been, you know, part of like, you know, getting rid of quote unquote, you know, pagans in Ireland.
Could have been,
you know, so there's some questions there. You know, I like to look at these types of holidays and try to understand like how we got to where we are today. You know, we've done Christmas so many times, and you know how Christmas comes from this one thing, and then it was like adopted by Christianity, and they adopted a lot of these things. You know, and we know all of this. We know that it happened, and I like to understand like what's going on, especially with this one, because I've always been just kind of like, it's like a fucking drinking day. But it's not like a day that we give everybody off.
No.
And then generally everybody just winds up taking it off, or the next day anyway. But I've always been fascinated by the whole idea of it's St. Patrick's Day. Let's get fucking hammered.
Yeah, there's really a lot of weird things about it, as there are with any of the major, somewhat globally celebrated holidays. For instance, the original color of St. Patrick's Day was blue.
What?
Yeah, it's not even green, it's blue.
Green is so much better.
Well, apparently people like Steve
changed it.
Got it changed to green.
Change a damn thing. I don't even own anything green.
What was the reason for the change? Do we know?
I don't know.
Maybe the green
don't
dye
know.
was cheaper. Who knows?
Probably tying it back to Ireland, the Emerald Isle and everything,
Right.
I imagine had something to do with it. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen a few St. Patrick's Day decorations before that were done in blue, and I always wondered, like, why are they blue and not green? And so I looked it up and found out, well, that's because blue was the original official color of St. Patrick's Day.
That's pretty
I don't know.
That's wild. I never knew that.
Which would make it a much bigger holiday in your mind if it had stuck.
I get. Well, no, not necessarily. I do have a fondness for the color, but I don't know that it would have made me like the holiday any better.
I mean, where did the whole thing, if you don't wear green, you get pinched thing come from?
I didn't wear green and nobody pinched me.
That was the big thing when you were a kid. Do you remember that?
No, we never had that here.
It was huge here. Like, if you didn't wear green on St. Patrick's Day, people were pinching you. So St. Patrick's Day at school, like, you made sure you had your green on.
I want to know where the whole "kiss me, I'm Irish" thing came from.
Drunk Irish people.
Yeah. The same place that "Kiss Me Under the Mistletoe" came from.
Oh, I saw real mistletoe when I was in North Carolina. Actual real. I didn't even know it existed. I thought that was a made-up thing.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
It's literally like the state flower.
But I've never been there before.
And it's not even a flower, so.
No, it's like a fungus almost.
You're talking to a fucking wall, Matt.
I know.
I mean,
it's afraid of cotton.
Yeah.
I thought mistletoe was, a made-up thing.
A made-up plant.
Yes. Because
you can buy
I live in
Christmas
Ohio.
time.
There isn't no mistletoe in Ohio.
Yes, there is.
Not in my part of Ohio.
Oh, there's got to be mistletoe in Ohio.
No.
Yeah.
It's not here. No, I'm going to look it up.
Oh my God! Here we go. We need. I'm telling you, Matt. We need like hold music. We need like something that can like carry us through these moments when
Steve's fact checking moment.
Yeah, when Steve has to fucking be corrected. Your son.
No, I don't have to be corrected.
Corrected.
I have to be correct, not corrected.
No, isn't that correct?
Okay. It's a parasite. Grows on apple or oak trees. Huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else you finding out, Steve?
I'm going to find out if it exists in Ohio.
It grows on more than apple and oak trees also.
And other broadleaf trees. And yeah. I know that because I'm
inform us some more. Tell us more, Steve.
On today's mistletoe episode.
I'm hungry. Yes. I'm hungry for more information on this mistletoe, Steve, that you speak of.
Okay. Well, it does grow in Ohio.
Yeah, look at that.
But in the Ohio River Valley. And I am nowhere near the Ohio River Valley.
What does that matter, Steve?
Well, I don't know.
What does one have to do with the other? You said it doesn't grow here in Ohio. It does.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, you are wrong.
But I didn't even know it existed, let alone where it grew. I was wrong from the beginning.
So you thought that somebody at some point just designed a plant.
A fake plant.
A fake plant that has a certain shaped leaf, certain color, white berries.
Yes.
And made these fake plants to hang up as decorations.
Having never seen one in actuality in real life, yes, I just assumed it was something somebody made up as a Christmas decoration because it was Christmassy looking.
I've never seen a buckeye in the wild.
Neither have I, and I live in Ohio.
They probably don't grow there.
No, they do. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what the hell a buckeye is. I mean, I've probably seen them. I just wouldn't know a buckeye from a mistletoe. See what I did there?
Wow.
Holly is also real, Steve.
I knew Holly was real.
Okay.
Yeah, I dated Holly once.
As our poinsettias.
Oh God. Could you not have fucking gone there?
I don't even know anybody named Holly. So.
No, of course you don't. You and your jackass ways. I'm surprised we haven't swung back around to the episode number of the show at this point.
We're working our way there.
Yeah, I know. Jesus. But no, I for many years, St. Patrick's Day has come and gone. I'm not, I have a little bit of Irish heritage, but it's not of any great degree. And I've always wondered why it's such a big deal to go out and get sloppy drunk hammered for everybody. I mean, it's never been my thing anyway. And if that's your thing, great. Hey, have fun. Be safe. Anybody out there, drinking, no drinking and driving tonight. Leave your keys somewhere. Leave your car somewhere. Get yourself a designated driver.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh, Steve, we're hopeful.
Yeah. Okay.
We're hopeful that people will be responsible.
Yeah. St. Patrick's Day is another amateur night in the world of drinkers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what, you get all them youngins going out for the first time and boom, bad things can happen. But, hey, good times can be had by all, gentlemen.
But it has gotten crazy. I mean, you've got like the tradition in Chicago, I think it is, where they like dye the river green.
Oh, yeah. And that comes from a long time ago. I think New York was one of the first ones to do it.
But how is that okay?
Oh, because it's it's non-toxic, Matt.
Yeah.
So
until we find out it is later on,
right?
I know everybody says that St. Patrick's Day is just an excuse to drink beer, but did you know that it's not even the top drinking holiday of the year?
That wouldn't surprise me.
It's number 7 on the list.
Ooh, number 7.
Number 7.
I bet you it's number 7 with a bullet.
Yes, there is a bullet. It is a bullet point, if that helps.
No, I meant like.
What's the first? New Year's Eve?
No, it's not an actual real holiday, except everybody celebrates it, but it's Super Bowl Sunday.
And well, yeah, and also fun fact, Steve, more domestic abuse happens on Super Bowl Sunday than on any other holiday.
No doubt. During halftime, I'm gonna guess.
But that's not really a holiday.
No, but before St. Patty's Day is Mardi Gras, Cinco de Mayo, Labor Day, believe it or not, 4th of July, Halloween, and then St. Patrick's Day.
Whoa. Halloween?
Yes.
That makes no sense.
Halloween parties are big, Matt.
Yeah. Then Thanksgiving.
See?
Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve?
Yes, what? I talked to a bar owner, or a bartender that I used to work with. That was his second job as a bartender. And he said Thanksgiving Eve is actually in that town is their biggest holiday for drinking because everybody comes home, for that holiday. So, yeah. So,
well, I guess it kind of makes sense. And I know that there's a lot of, especially at the end of the year holidays, Thanksgiving into Christmas. I know there's a lot of depression drinking that goes on.
Yeah. I get depressed around Christmas too.
Around these parts, it's all about the New Year's Eve.
And it doesn't even show up on the list for some.
I mean, that's like the big day that everybody drank. I understand 4th of July and Labor Day because like both of those here were always like, go to the lake and get drunk days.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But Halloween, that one throws me a bit off. Like kids go trick or treating, let's get drunk.
Yeah, but have you ever gone to a bar on a Halloween? I have. Everybody dresses up, carries on, and they drink.
Well, I think with Halloween, I think it's become more of a drinking holiday because of the costume parties that people have, their own personal parties. I don't know that it's as much of a bar thing as it is personal parties, because those are huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, I haven't attended one in years, but I know people that do, and I know that it's a big thing. And adults like to get dressed up too. So I just this is one I've never really gotten into, and I appreciate the fact that people do and that they have fun with it. Go have fun. But I just never understood it, and I didn't see the connection from the actual holiday to how it's celebrated. But like I said, as with anything, if that's what people want to do, fucking have fun.
Yeah.
Good time.
I know is like like I said, like the Irish immigrants are the ones that really celebrated it here and started the parades and everything in the larger cities.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ireland kind of adopted the festivities actually later because of all the tourists that would go to Ireland for St. Patrick's Day. And if they're going to come here to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, you might as well, make some money off of them.
Well,
So
duh.
they started having, the parades and stuff.
Well, yeah, and then they promoted that they got those damn leprechauns, man.
Yeah, the leprechauns.
Freaking leprechauns.
The leprechauns, not the leprechaun, which is something entirely different.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I apologize for my mispronunciation.
Why don't you tell us what the difference is, Matt?
Well, one was a leprechaun,
Yeah.
and the other one is a small magical demigod.
So one was a fake leper.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Uh-huh.
There's a con that was pretending to be a leper. I got it.
Steve, did you ever see one of these leprechauns turn real in your house and jump across the room?
I have never seen a leprechaun in my life.
Leprechaun?
I think that's what I'm supposed to say, right?
I'm gonna say however
be
it comes out of my
politically
fucking
correct.
mouth. How about that?
I'm going to be politically correct. I don't want to, offend any of the lepers or the leprechauns.
Uh-huh. I see. We should have had a leprechaun expert on.
I made one joke, guys. Come on.
It's leprechaun, isn't it? I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck it is. I have no clue.
Is Dean Cooper in the chat?
No,
God, no. We do have some Irish listeners. I knew know that.
We do?
Frank. Yeah, Frank Smith.
Oh, yeah, that's a very Irish name. I should have picked up on that.
On the Frank Smith? You should have.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, come on now. He's been a fan of ours for a while, Steve. But that's right. You don't pay attention.
I'm not allowed to pay attention.
Steve, it isn't about paying attention to the chat. I'm talking about paying attention to the fans in general. You just don't. I mean, Steve,
I don't.
it's not my fault that
It's
this
okay.
is how you are.
Guess the fans don't pay attention to us either. So
This is true. This is absolutely true, Steve. I will concede that point. So
how many shirts have you sold, Chris?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Low
my
hanging
point.
fruit there, Steve.
Well, I'm just saying that's my point.
How many
They are
have you
wonderful
bought, Steve?
shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, I have.
Yeah, Steve. When are you buying yours, Steve?
I have 15 more days.
Wasn't this covered a week ago?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you didn't make it green, so
So that makes a fucking difference.
it's St. Patty's Day.
Oh, Jesus.
It's always St. Patrick's Day at your house, Steve.
It is,
Yeah, I guess the fuck.
and we're not even Irish.
Oh God, you and your green,
we
you
fit
and
in
your
once
green
a
shit. So yeah, no, it is hard to get the fans to coordinate and do anything, and it's also hard because you never know when people are going to be able to do things.
And it's all right.
So, I wanted to put it out there. Whatever. If it sells well, it sells well. If it doesn't sell well, it doesn't sell well. And that's the way I look at it at this point. I would have liked to have been able to do something to pick up stuff for the show. Some new equipment, software. I don't know that I'll be able to do that based on what I've seen. So I hope that the shirts sell better than what they've been selling. But we haven't had a show to promote them.
Oh, well, we are in it right now. Go
Since
buy a
we
shirt.
That's nice, Steve.
See, I just promoted
Wow.
the show. You say I don't do anything.
That's nice, Steve. It's nice. No, it's nice.
I mean, you say I don't do anything. I just did something.
What'd you do?
Do you have a degree in marketing, Steve?
Yes, go buy a shirt.
Buy a
Fucker.
shirt.
That's right.
Oh,
Go-
what did I do? Oh, that's
Look
you.
at that.
That's right.
That's a good looking shirt.
That's
Ooh,
a
you sold
good looking
3 of
shirt,
them.
Steve. What's your problem with that shirt, Steve?
It's not green.
What's the real problem with the shirt?
I don't see.
You're on the shirt, Steve.
I am on the shirt.
You know what? Get some of those yellow tinted glasses and it will be green.
Yeah.
Let me go buy a shirt right now. I'll do it live on the show. See if that number changes.
You're gonna buy a shirt right now.
Does
I'm
it take-
staying right up, Steve. See, and you can look at that, folks. You can see the image a little bigger.
Add to cart. Okay. Oh, what size? I need to pick a size. Okay.
Pick your
I
size,
can't
Steve.
pick a color.
No,
We'll go with extra large this time. See what happens.
we went with a certain color scheme, Steve. And if you're upset with that, I'm sorry.
If you're one of our bigger fans, 3XLs are a little bit more expensive, but I am not, so I will get the regular. Ooh, I can check out with PayPal. Here we go. We need to sell
This
five.
is
for the
fucking riveting. Listen. I'm going to sell enough.
The
for
Fortean
order to
Slip
sell.
telethon, folks.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Taking your calls now.
Securely logging me in. Okay.
Log that
PayPal
shit in,
balance. Okay.
Make that number
Continue.
change, Steve. Let's go.
I'm going to make a change.
Let's go, Steve. Live on the show. Let's do it.
Where do I ship it to? Okay, that's good. Payment method, good. Don't refresh the page yet. I haven't placed my order.
I haven't fucking done nothing.
Place
I'm
your
right
Do you
here.
like spin some plates or something?
We are processing your order. Please do not refresh the page.
Oh.
It says so. This has got a beautiful little flower thing going on.
Yeah.
Maybe that's fire because it's a bunch. There we go. Please wait. Order arrives between April 10th and April 19th. Wow.
Look at you go.
I got to wait a whole freaking month to get this damn thing.
You have to wait until the sale's over, Steve.
Jesus. Could he complain about anything else?
Okay.
Yeah.
See if your number changed.
Now I got to check?
Yeah.
All right. Let me refresh, Steve. Look.
Refreshing.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at there.
Four souls. Steve, look at you go.
Damn show.
Look
Now,
at you
everybody
go.
else, go out and do what I just did. It was really super easy.
That's right.
How do I get my order refunded?
Steve, you're horrible.
That's all right, because Steve's just going to share that shirt with his whole family.
I'll wear it on my morning show. How's that?
Oh, will you?
Yeah, but I usually wear a sweatshirt over top, so you'll never see it. But
that's awesome. I'm glad you can support the show, Steve.
I like how he snickers at your demise.
And because I've always snickered at his demise.
Yeah.
I'll wear it.
Nobody will ever see
no,
it.
Steve.
No.
Let's talk about real fair play. Let's tear down a couple of fucking walls here. Have I ever laughed at your actual demise? Like your actually
demised yet?
No. Let's reverse time a little bit here, Steve. Have I ever laughed at your lot in life? Like you trying to better yourself?
Well, no.
Okay. I laugh at the stupidity of things in your normal day-to-day life that I find funny, and that sometimes, Steve, let's face facts, you find funny. Yeah. No, don't even try to fucking deny it.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just trying to get the fans to buy a damn shirt.
I understand.
Buy a shirt, damn it.
Just
there you
saying.
Go. It's cheap.
Technically, no, not really. I don't think it's cheap.
No, it's average. It's average for a t-shirt. It's not expensive, and it's not, it's not like you're going to the thrift store and buying a, used t-shirt or anything. You're buying a brand new, very well done artwork wise t-shirt.
Yeah, artwork provided by our good friend Dred Funn, who we always promote every show. And Fred was good enough to work something out with me for us to be able to use the artwork for that. And Fred's a great guy. And he did say that this year he's supposed to be doing some new artwork for the show.
Ooh.
He said that on the show that he came on.
He did say that. I remember that.
So I'm hoping that at some point this year I can collaborate with him, because I got some other ideas for some stuff that I want to do for artwork that doesn't necessarily showcase us, but the topics of the show. But yeah, I mean, Fred was really good about it, and I appreciate everything that he's done for the show. He's been a great contributor to the Fortean Slip over the years. So if you want to support Fred, if you want to support us, grab a shirt. It's that easy. Mm-hmm. Ask you guys to do all kinds of things that cost you no money.
That's right.
But,
wait, what?
Yeah, we ask them to comment on the show, Steve.
Oh yeah. You can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that doesn't cost them a fucking thing. So, but
wait, did St. Patrick really drive the snakes out of Ireland, or were there just no snakes in Ireland?
There's questions about that. Like
Yeah.
some people think that it's a bullshit story, that it was more, excuse me, a metaphorical thing because he kind of converted everybody to Christianity.
So the snakes being everything but Christians.
Right. There's some speculation about that. I don't know the truth of it, to be honest with you. I don't know exactly.
How would you drive a snake out of a country? I mean, one snake or 10
Fire,
snakes,
Steve,
maybe.
fire.
That's right. Burn the whole fucking thing down.
Unless
burn
he
the
really
forest down.
I mean, unless he really had some magical, mythical god powers.
Magical meth? What?
Maybe the power of Christ compelled him to do so.
I see what you did.
Look at you go.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a metaphorical thing, Steve.
It would have had to have been, right?
I mean,
But there are
in the
no
Christian
snakes.
religion, like serpents are considered like the form of evil, the symbolic of evil and the devil. So that's probably what they were talking about.
All the heathens, Steve.
What would happen if we took snakes to Ireland? Would they?
They would die, Steve.
They die
automatically
instantly.
Die, or
It's like yeah. It's like taking dropping in a vat of acid. That's what
I'm
Ireland.
going to see. Are there snakes in Ireland? I mean, they got to have at least one snake in a zoo there, right?
What if they don't want them?
I don't know.
What if they're afraid, Steve? I'm afraid for them. I don't like snakes.
I'm not a fan. No.
I've never been. I've always been fascinated with snakes, but I've never been like a snake guy. Like I had a friend who had boas and pythons at one point, and he had a little one. It was just little, and that thing wrapped around my hand. I was like, "Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. Take it off." So, I'm not good with them. No bueno.
According to mentalfloss.com, there never were any snakes in Ireland.
Oh.
For the same reason there are no snakes in Hawaii, Iceland, New Zealand, Greenland, or Antarctica, because it's an island. Didn't know there were no snakes in Hawaii.
I didn't either.
Huh. I wonder if St. Patrick made a visit there, too.
Steve, we're learning tonight. That's important, right?
Yes. Well, because that's what we do. We teach.
That's right. We spread knowledge. To you, obviously, tonight, but to the people at large, too, Steve.
So where do leprechauns come from?
Yeah, that's
that was my next thing. Like, how do they like fit into this whole thing? Because I mean, I remember being a kid in school, and it was St. Patrick's Day and leprechauns and rainbows and pots of gold.
I have a theory.
Oh,
I do.
Dr. Alcorn with his theory, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a real theory that I just made up, but I think it's probably close to the truth. We have Santa Claus for Christmas, which is a Christian holiday celebrating Christ's birthday. So the people who aren't into St. Patrick had to have some other type of symbol. So it was a leprechaun, because that's like the thing over in Ireland is little people who run around with pots of gold.
That's the thing in Ireland.
That's what I hear.
Frank
Smith can correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure he will. I hope that Frank Smith corrects you and dresses you the fuck down.
No, I'm just saying that it's their mythical creature that they have. Well, allegedly, we have Santa Claus for Christmas. It kind of makes sense that people who wouldn't want to celebrate a Christian holiday would have an alternative symbol.
But Steve, they have Christianity too, so they have Christmas.
Well, yeah.
So how does this logic work, Steve?
Not everybody is a Christian that celebrates Christmas. Not everybody has a picture of baby Jesus in their house.
No, this is true. This is true, right?
Okay. So alternatively, you have
a leprechaun.
So what you're saying is this allows people to still be pagans?
Yeah, something.
So on December 25th, you find houses adorned with images of leprechauns.
No. He means that this is how they're able to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, Matt.
Without it being a Christian holiday. Well, of course, you're drinking beer and shit anyway. But
I'm gonna go with on this one. I'm going to guess that it's just part of Irish folklore,
Yeah.
as are all the other little people legends that are global.
Yeah.
Like brownies and elves and sprites and fairies.
Well, yes, it is part of Irish folklore, but
I'm not going to, I don't think it was invented so the
I didn't-
remaining pagans in Ireland would
That's
have a
not what I
deity to
meant.
worship on St. Patrick's Day.
No, that's not what I meant. It was already
That
an
is
existing
literally what
character.
you said.
It was already an existing character, just same as Saint Nick was an existing character in folklore. They just chose it so that they didn't have to, celebrate Mr. Patrick.
Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling him now.
Well, no, I see. Does he hang out under the ocean with
Okay,
SpongeBob?
so I could be wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
we're just going to look up something real quick.
Yeah. Steve,
The-
you saying
the
you could
origin
be
of
wrong
leprechauns?
is opening a big trap door.
Yeah, let's
I'm
see.
just saying. Because Matt, I don't even have to have
Oh, wait,
Frank press you
Matt's
down.
Googling now?
Yeah, Matt's ready to fucking lay some knowledge on you.
Let's see here. We celebrate St. Patrick's Day,
Mm.
March 17th. It's the day that St. Patrick died, which was
Yes.
March 17th, 461
Would that be BC or AD?
AD.
Of course, I knew that.
But he wasn't the one that invented St. Patrick's Day. That was another
Oh,
guy.
no, of course not. He was already dead.
Right. I'm just guessing that it kind of predates
You mean
leprechauns?
You mean the leprechauns?
Santa Claus.
All
I don't
of
know.
it fucking predates. I mean, yeah, leprechauns predate. I will guarantee St. Patrick's Day.
Well, now maybe there was a Leprechaun Day prior to St. Patrick's Day, and it just happened to fall around the same time of the year. Huh?
Steve, you're stretching, buddy.
No, I'm just saying.
No, you're stretching.
Christians tend to take pagan holidays and make them their own by putting a religious character in there.
Yes, this is very true.
So that's where I was going with that whole thing.
It was one of the ways that they converted a lot of pagans to Christianity. That is very true. That
By
did happen.
promising them, the same holiday with a different twist. Basically.
Twist. Yeah, but I don't think that that leprechauns were used in that way.
I don't know. We're about to find out if Matt ever gets the answer.
Matt's a thorough man.
Don't worry about me.
Yeah. Matt's a good man and thorough. Steve, unlike you.
Well, I'm thorough.
In what?
No, not the show.
No.
I did buy a T-shirt to
in fact,
support.
I was just saying that your participation in the show is nil. I mean,
I am one of only 4 people who bought a T-shirt so far.
you are.
So that's participation.
You absolutely are, and you did participate.
How many of the
In that
previous
way.
3 did you buy, Chris?
None. I
Wait,
haven't bought mine
what?
yet. I did not want to buy mine until the order was fulfilled.
Wait,
which
what? But
takes
you've
5.
been bitching at me.
I have my reasons for that, Steve, because I
Forcing me to
didn't
buy one
want
of these things.
my purchase to be what fulfilled the order.
Oh, so we have to sell one more shirt and then you'll buy one.
I'm gonna buy mine regardless, Steve.
I see.
But I know I already have them sold,
Okay.
so I'm
Wow,
not
this
worried
is
about it.
learning some things here.
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
Once again, we have this weird factoid. Leprechauns traditionally wore red, not green.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they look better in green for sure.
Yeah, the green is
But yeah, it's a fairy of Irish folklore, a supernatural being, and really has no tie to St. Patrick's Day. People just, threw it in there, I guess, because it was Irish.
and it kind of works
Yeah.
with the whole holiday. I mean, I'm in. It's it's a cool little, legend, myth, whatever you want to call it, folklore. I mean, I remember when I was a kid growing up, I was, I got captivated by the whole thing. See
You
a
believe
fucking
in
rain.
leprechauns?
Dude, I looked for the end of the rainbow.
Well, I did too when I was a kid. About
Damn,
5.
Skippy.
Well, now there was that, that news report where eyewitnesses in the hood saw a leprechaun in a tree.
Oh my God.
Which
a
hood?
leprechaun.
You remember that?
Oh God, do I remember that? Oh, and the guy who claimed he was of Irish descent and he had all of his charms and protection things on, and it's a leprechaun in the tree.
He was in the tree.
You see the leprechaun? Yeah. If nobody's seen that, look that shit up tonight after you stop listening to the show. The leprechaun in the tree. Oh, rough. They must have had some slow news that week.
You
That's
say there
all
was,
I know.
This was in the hood, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Steve. It was in an urban center, so to speak.
Well, I'm not the one who said hood. I'm just repeating what somebody else said.
What are you trying to say, Steve?
That you guys are, saying bad things, and I'm not.
Bad things.
I don't know.
It's bad to say the hood.
There's connotations behind it when you say that. Yes.
There are?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'm not explaining. No.
Well, no, it took place in a hood, and my definition of a hood is like kind of a high crime,
Yes.
low income neighborhood,
Right.
also known as the ghetto.
Yes.
It's just a street term for ghetto, really.
In the ghetto.
What connotations are you making about it, though?
Yeah, I think this is more on you, Steve, than on us.
Of course, it's always on me.
Well, you said there was bad connotations behind using the word hood.
Well,
there's movies that use the boys in the hood, tales from the hood. Like, are there connotations in those movie titles
that are bad?
Yes.
What makes them bad? Which is the bad part about that connotation?
You're generally demeaning lower income folk.
I'm not demeaning anybody.
Yeah.
What did I didn't say anything about the people that live there. I grew up in one. Why would
in the hood?
There was a news report where they saw a leprechaun in a low income, high crime neighborhood.
You don't have to explain it to me. I know what you were saying.
Dear Jesus.
See, when I try to turn the tables, it just never works.
I don't understand.
I'm trying very hard, though.
No.
What if I said barrio, Steve?
I don't know what a barrio is.
So. It's a hood or a ghetto.
It is?
Yeah, it's the Spanish word for that.
Oh.
Do you have a problem with that, Steve?
Yeah, well, if it has a negative connotation, absolutely. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what a barrio is.
But I think it's you who's putting the negative connotation on it.
Of course it is.
Because, like, we weren't looking at it like it's the hood, so therefore it's a negative thing. It's just, it's a certain section of the country.
With leprechauns, apparently.
Well, no. In this particular instance, the people in this particular hood thought they saw a leprechaun in a tree.
And it made national news.
Yes, national news.
It should be called financially depressed urban district instead of hood. I'm just saying.
Why? What? Why?
Because it should be.
Okay.
It's just short for neighborhood, Steve.
Yeah, that's all it is, Steve. I mean,
okay.
I think you're making
I never made that connection, but thanks.
Well, what connection were you making?
I don't know.
He was making a racist connection.
No, I was not.
Yeah, you were, and you just don't want to say it.
Why would so leprechauns, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
Oh, geez,
Leprechaun.
now you're going to say something about that.
What?
Nothing.
About
Oh,
leprechauns?
Steve, just stop speaking completely. I mean, the minute you start doing that, I don't even have to put the shovel in your hand.
There is no shovel.
Oh, there is.
And it's not saying I'm not saying anything bad. You were saying,
I didn't say anything bad.
picking on these low income people that allegedly
Picking on them.
I didn't even say they were low income. You're the one that went there. I just said it was in the hood.
Oh, duh. Well, it's the same thing, right?
Huh?
Generally.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nelson Rockefeller didn't live in the hood.
He lived in a neighborhood.
Yes, he did.
He might have lived in the hood at one time. I don't know.
It is probably a hood now.
What if I said slum?
Ooh.
Yeah. How's that work for you, Steve?
Well, that's even worse than the hood.
What about Slumdog Millionaire?
That had a happy ending, Steve, and it was a Bollywood ending.
Award-winning movie.
They sang and danced at the end, Steve.
Well, they always do in those kind of movies, but
in those kind of movies,
yeah.
What are those kind of movies, Steve?
Jesus, Steve.
You mean movies with those people in it?
Are you offended by people who worship different gods, Steve?
No.
What's your problem?
You worship whatever god you want.
Okay. Just don't be one of those people.
I didn't say that.
I
said those movies. Movies about, down and out folk who, make something of themselves, which are my favorite kind of movies.
Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
Yes, that was a great movie.
Were you a fan of Newsies, Steve?
I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, I didn't think you did. You said you were a fan of, Down and Out shit, and musicals.
Like Tony Danza in that football movie where he's a garbage truck driver.
Listen, nothing beats Tony Danza on his own fucking show, dressing up like Spider-Man with his fucking cock bulge in his fucking Spider-Man outfit. Like
the only reason he agreed to wear the costume.
He can't do anything else to fucking impress me in his life besides that. That was the fucking high water mark for Tony Danza. Jesus Christ. Steve, I don't know how you can turn this show on its head like you do, but you just have that uncanny ability. No.
You throw words into my mouth that didn't exist in the first place.
Wow.
I didn't say.
Matt, were you here the whole time?
I think I said.
I was here. I'm the one that used the word hood. I'm pretty certain everyone listening could tell that I was not meaning anything derogatory towards anyone that lives in a hood. Until Steve tried to twist it into something horrible.
That's what he does. It's definitely what he does.
Said I had connotations, but won't tell me what those connotations are that he's speaking about. That's
Steve,
cool.
Steve, I think we got some unresolved issues. Do we have to have group therapy on the show? Should I get in touch with a therapist? Should we do like fucking Metallica?
I'm not sure what that reference means.
Oh, dear Jesus. Matt.
Is there some therapy going on with Metallica or something?
I'm tapping.
Yeah, just tap. I'll take it from here. Steve, you see the band Metallica.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Yes, they decided at one point in time that they were having problems internally, and that they would go to group therapy, and then they decided to put out a documentary about that.
Oh wow,
good for them. Some kind of monster. So
that's good for them.
So that's my reference.
And did they work out their problems and issues?
They're still a band, Steve.
Yeah. So therapy.
So chances are it worked.
We might have to do that then if Metallica did it.
That's your reasoning?
Well, it worked.
Well, I think that your reasoning would be more that we need to figure this stuff out, Steve.
We're never going to figure it out.
Yeah, I think you might be right. On that note, do you have any news tonight, Steve?
Oh, do I have news?
Oh, good. I'm impressed. Good news.
Oh, I'm waiting for Richard to come in.
You don't have fucking Richard anymore.
I know. This is from Fox News. Number one news source, from what I understand. That's what they claim. A North Carolina thrift store, right up my alley, has earned $1,000 off a hand-carved bedroom. Is it suite or suit? Suite bedroom set that may just be haunted. They got a haunted bedroom set at a Goodwill. Oh no, it's a Habitat store. News outlets reports Habitat for Humanity Rowan County's Restore warned would-be customer. What? Who wrote? Oh, warned would-be customers. Never mind. That's the previous owner reported he and his wife had continuous nightmares while the furniture was in their bedroom. Let me start over. A North Carolina thrift store has earned $1,000 off a hand-carved bedroom suite set that may just be haunted. News outlets report Habitat for Humanity's Rowan County's Restore warned would-be customers at the
Dear Jesus.
Next story, Steve.
Previous owners reported he and his wife had continuous nightmares while the furniture was in their bedroom. Their dogs were also suspicious of the 1950s highboy chest of drawers and canopy bed, as they would not stop barking at it. It's beautiful furniture, by the way. The store's director of operations, Elizabeth Brady.
Yeah, but it's not green, so you can't have it in your fucking house.
My bed is not green.
Oh.
My bedding is not even green. It's the only thing that's not green, but it's got penguins on it. The bedding does.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Well, I thought you'd like to know. The store's director of operations, Elizabeth Brady, says 2 regular customers were intrigued and paid full price, but didn't believe the furniture was actually haunted. As a Christian housing ministries, officials wanted to make a full disclosure to buyers that the furniture might be haunted. I don't know where that comes in, but they threw that in there.
Yeah.
Penguin?
Don't you wish you could have bought that, Steve?
You have penguin bedding?
Yes, we bought it at Walmart. It's discontinued, and it's very hard to find. And it's very comfortable and soft. So,
cotton by chance?
Yes, cotton. But not cotton balls. There's a difference.
Oh.
Feel some, a cotton t-shirt, and then go feel some cotton balls. You'll see what I'm talking about.
What's the name of that phobia, Steve?
I forget. Cotton ball phobia. I don't know.
Do you know who else had that phobia?
No.
Do you know anyone famous who shares your cotton ball phobia?
If I had to guess, I would say Howie Mandel.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Oh, see? Wait. Go on. I have it the same. Really?
That's what they say.
From the ClarionLedger.com. It was a story. It's a story that has fascinated people for decades. 2 Pascagoula men claim they were abducted by aliens while fishing on the Pascagoula River, excuse me. And as was expected by the 2 men, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker, their story was often met with skepticism and ridicule. Now, 3 more witnesses have come forward. Breaking news, by the way. All 3 of them say they saw some sort of flying object with a bright blue light at the same time in the same area as Hickson and Parker. One of the witnesses says she saw what she originally thought was a man in the water, but now believes it may have been one of the aliens.
Ooh, Steve, if there's men in the water, it's gotta be.
It was October 11th, 1973. Parker said we'd gotten off work that day, and a friend of mine and I went fishing. The old abandoned shipyard, they had a little pier out front, and we were on that pier. I'm going to guess it was about 6 o'clock in the morning or in the evening. It had just started getting dark, but it was kind of a bright moon. Parker said he saw the blue light reflecting off the water and thought law enforcement officers had arrived to tell them to leave the property. However, when Parker looked up, he realized the light was coming from a craft like none he'd ever seen before. Did you like the emphasis?
I did.
Yes. A big light came out of the clouds, Parker said. It was a blinding light. It was hard to tell with the light so bright, but it looked like it was shaped like a football. I would say, just estimating, it was about 80 feet. It made very little sound, and it was just a hissing noise.
Yes.
Parker said, this is where it gets interesting now. Parker said 3 legless creatures floated from the craft. One had no neck with gray, wrinkled skin. Another had a neck and appeared more feminine. Parker described their hands as being shaped like mittens or crab claws. Very cool. When one of the creatures, I'm going to keep reading. When one of the creatures put one of its claws around his arm, Parker said he was terrified, but then another feeling came over his body. I think they injected us with something to calm us down, Parker said.
Oh, I
I was kind of numb.
arousal.
Yeah, that's where I thought he was going.
I was kind of numb and went along with the program.
Alien erotica.
Anyway, so yeah, new witnesses.
Ooh.
Then what happened?
Oh, yeah, they were anal probed, I'm sure.
Good times.
But that's usually what happens in these stories.
That's right.
But for the story of the day, not 100% Fortean. Okay, not Fortean at all, but
No.
this is from the New York Post, so it's got to be legit and all. Vermont town swears in a goat as its new mayor.
You know, I couldn't help but notice, Steve. That's 3 articles, 2 of which have come from conservative-leaning news sources, and you've made a smart remark on each one of those.
Yes.
Are you pushing a political agenda here on the Fortean Slip?
Yeah, the same agenda I've always pushed on a Fortean.
Because now I'm starting to understand what you're talking about, connotations.
Wait, New York Post is a conservative-leaning...
You know, the never mind.
I thought New York Post was a liberal rag.
Oh, so liberal journalism is rag.
I'm just saying.
Got it.
He's the best. Keep going, Steve. Come on.
This newly sworn-in Vermont mayor is the GOAT. Greatest of all time, I think that stands for. But it's a real GOAT. Lincoln, a 3-year-old goat, was elected last week as Fairhaven, Vermont's pet mayor with 13 votes.
Pet mayor.
Pet mayor. Following her swearing-in ceremony Tuesday, the Nubian, it's a Nubian goat, by the way, first act in office raised some eyebrows.
What's a Nubian?
What's a Nubian, Steve?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, you called the goat Nubian, so you must know what it is.
It's the type of goat, apparently.
Huh.
Yeah.
The type of greatest of all time? Or an actual goat?
It's a real goat. A goat that, you know, has 4 legs and
is Nubian.
And is a mayor. Lincoln couldn't wait for a bathroom and defecated on the ground. That was the goat's first official act. So it took a shit. The police chief was reportedly quick to grab a broom and dustpan and clean up the mess before her approval rating could go down.
Any farther than it already was.
Yeah. The goat narrowly beat out a dog named Sammy, a Boston Terrier, who came in second with an impressive 11 votes. A total of 53 ballots were cast, and 16 animals were submitted for consideration for the highly coveted position. Other candidates included a cat named Sassy Towel, a dog named Stella Heibler, and a gerbil named Crystal. When not serving as mayor, Lincoln spends time at her day job, groundskeeper at her owner's home with her best friend Lucy, a fellow Nubian goat, handling the brush in the backyard. So it's good. This goat has 2 jobs. It's nice.
So it's a feel-good story is what you're telling me, Steve.
I guess so. The pet election was set up by town manager Joe Gunter, who told the Rutland Herald that he got the idea while reading a newspaper article about a small town in Michigan doing the same thing. So they're, coattails.
In other words, he copied the idea.
Yeah, coattails. He rode the coattails
Hey,
of Michigan.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
Fairhaven does not have an actual mayor, but Gunter viewed the exercise as a productive way to raise money for a new playground and teach kids about getting involved in local politics. And
which I'm sure that $7.83 will go a long ways towards a playground.
Yes.
What way to better teach kids about politics than to elect a goat as mayor? I think that's a great idea. In fact, probably do a better job than most mayors.
You might be right.
I think so. I mean, the first official act was about as good as you're going to get. Oh, if you want to know, the donations totaled about $100.
Huh.
They were trying to raise 80,000, and
I think they fell a little
a
short.
little bit short. Yes.
Hmm.
Lincoln serves a 1-year term with responsibilities including making public appearances and marching in a Memorial Day parade in a custom-made goat mayor sash.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I think that was a good story. Feel good. Very.
Yes.
I feel much better now.
So like feeding the goat, making this sash. Yeah, they spent that $100 already.
Oh yeah, they did. No playground for the
I think
kids.
they're going to be. Yeah, I think they're going to be. Here's how it works, kids. We elect a goat as mayor. We spend all the money on said goat, and you get nothing.
Yeah,
Just like politics works.
maybe they should have went for a petting zoo instead.
Mm.
That's the news, fellas.
Petting zoo.
Mm. Thanks, Steve. As always, riveting news from you. Just, I'm on the edge of my seat with the way you just present that.
I tried
Fabulous news.
to choose stories that Chris.
You chose no stories. Jesus. Your input is from the minute I press record until the minute I hit stop broadcast.
I bought a shirt.
You did buy a shirt, Steve. I will give you that. That one I can give you.
It wasn't $100, but
oh, fucking
I raised more money with a goat than I did on buying a shirt. But
yeah, this is true, Steve. On that note,
maybe we should elect a goat to take over my job here on the show.
Don't think it hasn't crossed my mind. On that note, Steve, this has been the Fortean Slip, episode 69, the Leprechaun Debacle. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Buy a t-shirt, people. If you want to support the show, buy a fucking t-shirt. Check out Matt Knapp at youtube.com/bigfootcrossroads and Cryptid Tales. Check out Richard's. What the fuck is that?
I don't have any fucking idea.
I know exactly what it is. You know how
surprise!
Oh, yeah.
You know how I said I wouldn't make any sales if my phone was off?
Yeah.
Making sales. Nice. I just made $37.98.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Can I continue?
It's your show.
Thank you. Check out Richard's blog. The link is below the YouTube video. And check out Bigfootin' with Keith and Colin on Facebook. You can check out Parabob at youtube.com/parabreakdown. And as always, check out Dred Funn at dredfunn.com and youtube.com/dredfunn. We'll be back next week with another lovely show. See ya!